Hello students, welcome to another video on travel diaries. You have already studied various aspects of a travelogue. Let's see what are those various aspects. The first one is descriptors. What are the three descriptors? People, places and the activities they perform. And then comes describing those descriptors. We have to describe the people, their attitude, their dress, their traditions, everything. And then is the impact of word choice. The words which we choose may create a positive connotation or negative connotation or a neutral connotation. The next is sensory words. Words which create an image in our mind, words which appeal to our senses, like something sitting here only we can visualize and see, or the flow of the river we can hear by our ears only by reading those words. So these are the sensory words. And then the interview. When we meet the common people, we interview them and we get to know more about that place and those people and their activities, which we get to know in interview. And the last but not the least is poetry and poetic devices. Poetry about the place, how we are writing and describing that place. Poetic devices, simile, metaphor, symbolism, by which we enhance the beauty of the place in our poems. Now, let's see how do we write a travelogue. Writing a travelogue involves different steps. The first step is to ideate. The next is to form a draft. Next is enhance our draft, edit our draft and then publish. Our draft, final, publish. Okay, let's talk about them one by one. How do we ideate? We ideate using a graphic organizer. What's a graphic organizer? Assembling our thoughts in the form of a graphic image in the table or some graph, something. So this is creating a graphic organizer for a travelogue. Can help structure the information in a clear and engaging way. This is an example of a graphic organizer. Let's say we talk about Kolkata. So firstly we'll mention the name of the place, then our dates of travel. Mode of travel, it could be by train or by air, it's up to you. Then weather conditions of that place during your trip. Then the landscape. What are the various landscapes in Kolkata? Landscape, we have river Brahmaputra there. And then the famous Howrah Bridge. Then if we talk about popular sites and activities, we can talk about Victoria Memorial, and the activities could be boat ride on the river or shopping at the new market. People of the place are predominantly the home to the Bengali community, and traditions are Durga Puja, statues of goddess being made by local sculptors. And if we talk of food and culture, we have to describe the food habits of the people of that place. As we have fish in that area, so we can have various fish dishes or luchi aloo-dum. And then we talk about culture, we have to describe the cultural traditions followed in the place. There are some very interesting points about this place. First is, it has the largest planetarium in Asia. The next is, it has India's oldest zoo. And also, it is home to the oldest banyan tree in the world. After seeing the graphic organizer, let's move to the next step of ID process, that is draft. How to draft a travelogue? Now there is no fixed way to draft a travelogue, and as you are new to this process, let's see a few drafts here. In draft 1, we'll begin with introduction. Where, when and why did you go? And then we'll talk about the settings that include landscape, weather and important popular sites. And if we talk of people, we have to describe the population, their food habits and traditions they observe. And in conclusion, we'll end our trip and then you will give some tips to the readers. In draft 2, you have to first describe what did you do first, then what did you do next, and then what did you do after that. And then you have to describe the end of your trip. But all these questions must include the places, people and interesting things around you. The next step of ID process in a travelogue is to enhance a travelogue, in which first we'll describe the food, the smell and taste of the food there, and then the weather conditions of that place, and then people of that place, traditions followed by those people and the sights and sounds of the traditions from that place. Then comes nature, describing the creatures, trees and animals around there. And last but not the least are these sounds. Think back of the various sounds that you experienced in that place, like the moving traffic, the sound of birds or sounds of rivers. The next step is editing the checklist. Now you have to edit it yourself and you can also get it edited, reviewed by your peer group, maybe your classmates, maybe your siblings. The first step is do the ideas flow in a logical way. And then, are there any grammatical errors like parts of speech? Are there any spelling errors? Has punctuation been used correctly? Punctuation like commas, capitalization, end punctuation. Have sensory details been used in context? And then if any other feedback or suggestion is required. So here's the sample travelogue, The Two Sides of Kolkata and Me by Sandeep Bhan. Go through the travelogue and it's only a snippet. For the detailed full travelogue, you can also identify the various steps of ID process in this travelogue. And then you have to write one travelogue. After reading that travelogue, I hope all the steps of ID process are clear and you will be able to write a very good travelogue. So it is the task time. You have to write a travelogue in 150 to 200 words about one of the 7 wonders of the world. So travel a lot and keep writing travelogues. Till then, happy learning.